Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to Missouri River Bottoms, where we are carrying on with our soybean harvest. But before I get into that, has anyone else tried using the Thunder Creek fuel trailer to actually load a combine or fill a combine up with diesel, or any implement for that matter? I tried the tractors. Nothing I could do could get this to fill. I got a trigger from the trailer to overload into the combines. It's kind of wanted to do the overloading, but nothing actually happened. I tried to get in the combines and find a trigger and get them to match up, but I just could not, for whatever reason, get the old Thunder Creek to unload or to fuel up the combines, which was a bit of a shame. I did hope to get that working, but we have got them all filled up using a little bit of EasyDev or console commands. What is it called? Power Tools. Using a bit of Power Tools to get that going. But anyhow, let's not eat into our 2-hour time limit any more than we have to. Today we are going to get into this 171 acres of soybeans and see if we can knock this out in our 2-hour time limit. Now, moisture, look at that moisture, 2.6%. We're having a chat to FSG actually the other night when we were recording our Poligny episode about whether this is actually a very realistic mod, and whether whether it should have it or not. We're still using it. We'll just have to wait and see whether it's worth it or not. But yeah, the yield on this one's not as good as we've seen elsewhere. 284,000 litres potentially. We've already got over 500,000 litres in. I was hoping to try and match that. But anyhow, we are going to set up all three combines are running in here on some course play. We've got the grain carts over there and both trucks all set up ready to go. I'm going to run the grain cart for a wee while. We'll see how we go with that. We've got the couple of tractors running already. They're down, carrying on the tillage that they were on last time. So a little bit rinse and repeat, a little bit repetitive because we've harvested soybeans in the previous two episodes, but it's a necessary evil, right? When you're farming, there is lots of repetitive tasks, and this is just one for us. So without further ado, without too much more chat, let's get these combines set up and rolling. So there we go, there's our course all set up, 2 headland passes, then we're working on lands. It's not a bad direction actually. I was wondering which way the combine might try and go, but that looks like it's probably going to be quite efficient. Some good long runs up and down there, getting things opened up and underway. So jump back out of this one and make sure we get this going. This is going to be our left hand combine. I'm going to start from first waypoint. Now I do want to copy that course so we can use it in the other ones, and I reckon we just press first waypoint and that one should get going. Right. Well, that's 5 minutes already spent just about getting things sorted. 1 hour and 55 to go, so we better get moving or we're not going to meet the deadlines. So there we go, we are up and underway and all three combines are moving. Now if we just bring up our course play, it's telling me we have 2 hours and 14 minutes of harvesting ahead of us. So it's going to be tight whether we can actually pull that time back. I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to or not. Hopefully, maybe if I can keep the grain cart moving and everything running as smoothly as possible, it might, but if we have any little blockages, stoppages or anything get in the way, we might be running out of time. We are 8 minutes in already. Just keep an eye on the time up there. It's 15:35. We started at 15:27 or there or thereabouts, so keep an eye on that time as we go through. Should give you a bit of an idea on how much longer we've got left in our 2-hour self-imposed time limit. So let's keep this going. We're going to see how we go. Right, I'm just going to jump into the grain cart because we don't want to have that combine up the front paused any longer than it needs to be. So here we are right down near the top end of the field. You can see the quad track actually there in one of the fields we harvested last time, getting the tillage work done in there. The one thing I've just noticed and just thought of is because this is such a potentially low yielding crop, not a yielding crop, let's start that one again, actually, a low yielding crop. We actually don't have to have too much pressure on us keeping up with the combines. That one was probably not even half full, just looking at the 6,700 litres it had in there. So we're not going to be under too much pressure keeping it this busy. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Of course, because it's such a big long field, we don't want to be full down one end and then have to race back and find that we've got a combine that's running out of space and needs to be emptied out. So we do need to manage our loads and capacities and those kind of things as we're going. So let's just carry on. We might just jump into a little bit of a time lapse to roll through this to start off with, and we'll see how we go for the next little bit. 45 minutes and we've just got the first combine coming around to finish the headlands. That has been a bit of an effort. Definitely not yielding as high as I had hoped. This is only the second truck, not even quite full on that. Now I was trying to keep this combine as empty as possible because it's going to cut the first land. Shouldn't really be an issue making sure that there's enough space for it to run down the first land without having to stop and cut it and all that sort of thing, just with the yields we've got, but we're keeping it as empty as possible. We'll have a look at the map in just a second because it'll be interesting actually to try and compare, get a bit of an idea 45 minutes through how much more of the field do we have left to do. Are we a third done? We definitely need to be a third done if we're going to have any chance of completing our target. The other thing that'd be interesting to look at is how much time is combine number 3 telling us it has left to achieve a completion. What, 40 minutes ago it was saying 2 hours and 13 minutes, so it should be down to 2 hours and 33 minutes or thereabouts. So we'll have to go, and 1 hour and 33 minutes of course. We'll have to go and have a look at that because it'll be a bit of a tell as to see whether we've actually made any time up or whether we're still looking much the same as we were previously. But anyhow, there we go, managed to get this one empty and moving. If we get enough from those other combines, we'll actually be able to get this next truck sent off and down the road to get unloaded in silos. We don't really need both trucks, but they're here, so we will make use of them. Anyhow, let's get these ones emptied out. In fact, while we wait for this one around the corner, we'll take a quick look at the map and figure out what percentage we might have done. We've certainly made a sizable dent in it, but I can see this combine coming back to cut in and we might have a little bit of a trouble. No, it's going to turn in before we get back there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, we might almost be a third through. That's pretty close, but they've cut in there and carried on, which is good because we couldn't afford any time delays to get that done. Now I'll just catch up to this combine and get it unloaded, and then we'll go and take a look at what Courseplay is telling us the third combine has time remaining. Well, this is a bit of an unfortunate little delay here, just having to untangle a couple of combines. Just this one wanted to turn around and head back down and jump into the rows before the other one had gone past, and just the way it was running I thought they normally went towards the edge of the field. Anyhow, not too much time lost, so I'm just going to bring this one down into here and we should be able to bring our tracks up. Here we go, I just want to make sure it does go on the nearest waypoint, and that should be pretty good there, so we'll just press play. Just make sure that it does head on down where we are. Yep, there we go, head it down. It's going to carry on down that row. Right, last one's turning around. We got mostly emptied, so let's go and have a look at how much time there is remaining on that one. An hour 30 showing up here, and we've got an hour 10 left, so I don't think we're going to get this done. Isn't it interesting how this combine's gone further out into the field than the last one did? Anyhow, we are bringing up our Courseplay there. We are an hour 30 remaining here on this one as well, so with only an hour and 10 of time left, we do look like we're not going to quite make it through like I had hoped, which would be a little bit of a shame. I thought we would just about be able to do it, but 172 acres and harvested in 2 hours. I'm just going to do a little bit of quick math by bringing the calculator up. 172 divided by 2 is 86 acres an hour, and that'll be each combine doing 28.6 recurring acres across that time. So that'll be a pretty good effort if we were able to get through that, but alas, it does not look like it will be today. We could have gone for a bigger header. I'm sure if we were using the, what is this one? I'm just trying to remember what this one is. Is this the 45? I'm sure if we had the 50 watt header on, took an extra 15 foot on each round, that might have made a whole difference, but that's not what we've got. We're running here with these, so let's carry on. Nice little line of stern shot there, and get this field done. minutes remaining. It's 5:16. We started at 3:27, so just about running out of time, and we are running out of time really. I think Courseplay was telling us we had another 30 or so minutes left to go, so we're going to be about 20 minutes short, which is frustrating, just a little bit frustrating, because we're actually not got too much more to do when you look at what there is sitting in here. Things have gone pretty well though. I've been running reasonably well. The only thing I think I must have set the Courseplay course up wrong in the direction the land goes, because lead combine every time, I would have expected it to turn left here at the end, which would have put us in a counterclockwise direction, but it's going around to the right, and basically every time its pipe's not on the harvested side, so I can't actually go and unload it, which is a little bit frustrating. But anyhow, lesson learned, and make sure I don't copy that set up next time we go and set these up. So we'll keep going. We've got, like I said, about 9 more minutes, so see how much further we can get before our time runs out, and we'll wrap things up there. Well, there we go, we're just rolling into 5:27, only a minute or so to go, which brings us to 2 hours here of farming today. Probably good time actually. You can see the combine up in front. It needs to be unloaded, had to cut in, which is good because it means this one won't be able to go any further when we get to the 5:27, and we'll only have to stop the one which is just around there behind us and hasn't actually made itself into the row yet. But just looking across, we've got one pass left to do over there on the other side. This pass here, the better part of that, and then a couple of passes in there, so really is not much time left at all. We're just going to stop there. We'll let this combine just roll up behind there and get stuck, and we're going to jump on this last one and do a check on the time that it has left to do the field. So pretty much 20 minutes, 21 minutes and counting there left to go, so we're not far off having got it all done. We must have done 160 acres or so, 171 in here, so not too much more left to do, but we are going to hit stop on that and leave that there to finish off. Next time we'll turn the other two off and let them carry on. As for everything else that's going on, you can see on the map here we've had the John Deere up here doing some ripping. The case over here is overdoing the ripping as well, getting those fields all sorted out. And what does next week bring? Well, the next episode, we have a look here, is our corn. We've got fields of corn right through the middle here, and these fields over the other side. We're going to have a little bit of a competition. I'm going to bring the Nexat pack in. We're going to set 2 Nexat harvesters going, and we might do them on adjoining fields. I was thinking of splitting it up a little bit, but instead of trying to do a field each, so this one here, which one was it that was the right size? This one's 80 acres. I think that one is just under 80 acres. So they were very similar area fields, but the shape's quite different. So instead of setting a challenge where they see how long it takes for one or the other to harvest these, I'm actually just going to set them going for the 2 hours, or probably an hour and a half by the time we get these ones finished and changed over, and see which of the 2 harvests the most. Will 3 combines harvest more than 2 Nexats? That's what we're going to find out next week, getting into the corn. But for today, that is us all done. Thank you as always for watching. I hope you've really enjoyed this episode, and we'll catch you in the next one.